Welcome to another new joint here on the Paper Talk podcast, here at Studio 423, powered by OnlyNoise. I'm here joined today by the one and only
Star Dior.
Star Dior. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
I'm excited to have you today.
I know. I'm so excited to be here.
It's going to be fun. You got your own podcast,
Yes.
Pillow Talk. I promise I wasn't ever even thinking Paper Talk and Pillow Talk. That never even crossed my mind. I was like, ooh, that's kind of similar.
And everyone think it's a sex show. I mean, we do talk about everything, but they always pillow talk. They automatically assume it's sex, but
I mean, what up? Pillow talk. What else you talking about on the pillow?
I feel like most people have the most intimate conversations in the bedroom.
That's
like
true.
Far as like the real deep conversations that ain't nobody supposed to know. So that's why I got pillow talk. But then I didn't know the other meaning of pillow talk was sex talk.
I looked it up, and there is another Paper Talk podcast, but they
Really?
literally talk paper. Like they like people who like paper,
Are you serious?
like cardstock and shit.
That's weird. That's like that.
So I was
people
like-
on OnlyFans that like their feet.
They just paper fanatics. Give them a Post-it note; it'll turn them on.
What? So they just crunch the paper up in the mic and get turned on.
I don't know. Pillow Talk. You've had a few different guests on there. How many episodes of Pillow Talk are out?
Probably like 4. I started off on Facebook Live.
Mm-hmm.
It was just starting off as a hobby, and then I started seeing everyone really waiting for me to tune in every Monday at the same time. And I was like, y'all, that was supposed to be like just something
That you were doing.
But it ended up turning into something good. So I was like, and I like Joe Budden. What's his name? Budden.
Joe Budden? Yeah.
I love his podcast. So I was like, okay, let me start doing podcasting. I like being nosy and in people's business. And
That's why you had to get the
Yes.
intimate conversations with Pillow Talk.
Yep. I like getting to the good shit.
I was thinking, I was like, how do I want to make Paper Talk? I was like, I didn't want it to be just music. So I'm bringing everybody on here, and I was like, I really don't give a shit what we talk about. Like, I'm just trying to talk about everything.
Say just talk.
Yeah, just talk.
Just have a normal conversation. People get so nervous, like, what is we supposed to talk about? I'm like, just have a conversation. I like for people to forget they're in front of the camera, because then they say shit, and you're like, yes, I got it.
That's why I'm like, it's supposed to be just me and you right here. Plus, Paper Talk podcast star said that she was actually going
Lord.
to smoke a joint with me today.
Y'all
and
wish we would.
she doesn't smoke normally.
all.
Yeah, at all. I was just
So
saying
you
we've
gotta
gone
show
out.
me how to do it, though.
Show you how to hit it?
Yeah. See, my brother and my fiance say I don't hit it right, but I be feeling the smoke coming out.
I mean, just
Let me see.
hit it and we'll see what happens.
Lord. This looks like the shit you see on the movies.
We had our first dab on a podcast yesterday. Somebody brought a dab rig and literally just threw in like a giant chunk of like dab. Oh, look, she over there French inhaling and shit.
What's French? Oh, I just French inhaled some shit.
Just coming up through the nose and everything. She's a professional. Don't let
I
her
feel
fool
like
you.
I'm inhaling it, though.
No, that's fine.
Shit. It is up my nose.
We'll let that one sit there for a second. So, who is Star? Who is Star Dior?
Shit, hold up.
Yes.
Damn. It's in my nose. Hold on. All right, what'd you say?
I said, who is Star Dior?
Fun. I say fun. Well, when I started off when I was younger, that's how I got the name Star Dior. Fun. I drank a lot. I fought a lot until I got into like the business part.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was like really big with turning the parties up. Always the life of the party.
I could tell that when we went out.
Yeah,
When we
I don't
went
give a fuck. I be turned up. I don't like people that's quiet.
We went down to the Oregon district to promote for Summer Party.
Oh, Lord.
That was the first time I like saw you, I guess, out of your business kind of element. But you always carry yourself very professionally in
thank
everything that you
you.
do, and I appreciate that about you.
I was
yeah,
showing. I was moving my tits and everything.
You was getting lit.
I was in the club like, hey.
You was getting everybody lit around you though too, and that's fun. It's like an infectious energy you bring when you go out. I could tell.
Yeah, and I think that's why everybody love me. So I love everybody. I'm a people person too. I'm not a person who could just like go somewhere and not say nothing. I'm gonna start talking to somebody in the room. Like, I always been like that since I was little. So
Networking, though,
Yes.
nowadays, that's huge. Like,
It
being
is.
able just to talk to random people when you're out, getting people to follow you, who you are, what you do, all those things.
That's a skill. A lot of people don't know that. Like, a lot of people cannot do that. And I know a lot of people who want to start a podcast, but I always tell them, like, you first got to be a people person, because you can't be sitting there looking awkward trying to interview someone.
It's hard to do a podcast. And it took me a long time to be able to direct conversation and keep a conversation going and, you know, fill those empty spaces. And if you're not good at it, it's going to be boring to listen to.
Your podcast's going to be shit.
The track review shows really helped me with that, because I have to entertain people who are all tuning in, as well as keep a list of, you know, the songs coming in order, the chat and all that. So
see, and my thing is too, is just, I don't like people who just act like the typical, I stopped doing interviews because I don't like the typical, Chris trying to get me fucking high.
I was just going to offer it again. You don't have to take it.
Lord.
All right.
Hold on. Oh, shit.
I'm gonna
So,
a little bit.
I stopped doing interviews because I felt the questions was being cliche. The conversations are more fun than the questions. So I was like, nah, let me just go ahead and have conversation versus questions. So
I try to think of some topics that like I just, you know, throw out. One thing, Cray for models.
Hey.
Cray for models. We have another model here today with us,
Ginger.
sitting back. How many models? Or you want to talk about Cray for models and what all that is?
Cray for models is, my fiance has a brand called Cray Tunes, and my fiance in his goal book he wanted to start. Can I say it? He wanted to start this mansion, but what was it called? The Mac Mansion, and it was supposed to be a whole bunch of girls and stuff in there. So I was like, I don't know about the Mac Mansion, but maybe we can do something with models who could be in videos, and we make sure that they safe and they do promotion. I mean, who don't like pretty ass women promoting their brand? So I was like, well, let's come up with that.
I was like, damn, I'm throwing a summer party.
Oh, shit. He was acting like he was scared to get up on the ass in the club. The girl was like, stripping. I was like, Chris, get up there on her ass. He like, I can, like, Chris, get that ass.
I'm
Chris
working
like
here.
He never seen black ass before. I'm like, you don't get up on her ass, but.
So it was funny that I know exactly what time you're talking about too, because and it's in the vlog episode. I don't know if you watched the vlog. So we put out the Cray Tunes Sleazy Go video.
Yes.
And then I did a whole vlog episode that was a little bit more behind the scenes.
Oh, I gotta see that.
And I have the clip. I'm literally. The camera is on you, and you go, Chris, get that, and you like pointed. and I just turn the camera, and it's just ass.
And
like,
the models love you too. They love
fun.
you.
I like hanging out with all of them.
I
mean, who doesn't like hanging out with all the models?
Right. They have fun. Sometimes they get a little wild, but they remind me of a younger me.
Yeah.
Like when I used to turn up and I used to drink. And sometimes you just got to let people have fun. I mean, you do got people in the club who all stuck up, and that's their forte. But I feel like when we go to the club or do anything, I want them to be remembered by, hey, they was lit.
Yeah.
So that be our main goal and stuff for real. But
be lit, be professional, be turned. Like, I mean, what more could you ask for?
No, for real. That's the best of both worlds. You got some sexy models and they professional. Ginger, my girl, though. That's why I was like,
it's hard to come by, for real. And like, I've been in the music video industry, I guess, you know, for 8 years around here.
Wow.
And I couldn't tell you how many times we've had, you know, female roles lined up for videos, girls who volunteered for it
and won't show up.
And then the day of, I don't get a text back, don't show up. We got to go with option D because also
I think they scared to get in front of the camera. A lot of girls, they motivate themselves, and then when a day come, that's when all the criticism happens. So then that's why they back down. Like, that's why you just got to know and be comfortable with yourself when you step in front of any camera, or it's just not going to work.
And I think some of it has to do with just being in a professional environment. There's way different things that can happen at a shoot, or like, I mean, there's really unprofessional people out there that ruin it for more professional type people.
Because I had a shoot before, and it was in Atlanta, and the guy, he was like in the industry, so you know that's the first sign, like, okay, we in there. But them are the ones who have the most unprofessional set. Like, you will really you see girls doing cocaine over here, you see them popping pills over here, you even see like some of the girls giving oral sex like before the video even start. So it gets pretty like wild on them sets. Like, and that's why I always tell the models, like, you know, when y'all in the club, cover y'all cups with a napkin, because, you know, one of my friends, we in the club and the dude end up slipping.
Have you seen those like rubber drink covers that they make? It
No.
almost looks like a condom that like
And you put
rolls
it over your
over
drink?
and it's got a straw hole, so it like stays on top of it like a lid, and then you can literally just roll it off, put it on your
I
next
need
one.
to get those for
Yeah.
the girls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be good for when you guys are going out. It's crazy out there. You never know
Like,
what's gonna
cover
happen.
your damn drinks.
It happens so fast. You think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do
You think you got control over it, but you laughing and talking, then pew. Like, nah.
Quick. It's things like, I don't think about that when I go out, but I know that that's
Because
something
I don't think
that
a girl trying to rape a man for real. She ain't
it
trying to
could
put
happen.
she do it in a whole type. Most dudes like sex though, like that. They like that rough, kinky, come and take it, bitch, smack me type thing. Girls, we gotta like really love you to do all that, but I don't know. Some dudes be like, shit, take it.
And that's pillow talk.
No, for real. But nah, I feel what you're saying though.
So,
That's facts.
And none of that has happened on any of my video sets. I just want to say that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Not saying towards
Not
Chris,
yet.
but it
Not
does
yet.
happen.
No. It does happen.
He said not
It's something you definitely got to look out for. But
Yeah.
it becomes with being in a professional environment, who you're dealing with. If you're really trying to take this professionally, or is your goal just to be a party girl and have fun and do the shit?
And get slammed on.
Yeah, whatever is out there that you want to get, it's out there.
Yeah, for real.
So-
You want to be a hoe, it's plenty of options to be a hoe, but you make it bad for the girls who really want to treat it as a business. But I mean,
And that's got to be hard being like a manager of however many different girls.
They
all the
hard-headed.
different egos.
You know what's even more hard, to be real? Because I'm bisexual, it's hard to not mix. I be telling me and my fiance, we be talking, I'm like, bro, it's so damn hard. Like, I see what men go through. Like, y'all go, it's hard.
Yeah.
Like, women are gorgeous, so it's hard to just be like, just focus.
I'm your manager.
But I treat them all with respect, and I let them know that they gorgeous, and I don't try to mix, or we don't try to mix business with that type of stuff. So I try to make sure that everyone be respectful, and that they know they can trust me and stuff like that. I don't play about them. Those my babies. If I feel like somebody disrespecting them, I turn to mama. I turn to mama real fast.
Mama Dior.
But other than that, they have a blast though. I love them. Shout out to Crayford Models.
Yeah, book them if you guys are looking for any girls.
And they not strippers. Some guys are like, how much is she for? I don't even like how they say it like that. I know that's not how they asking. Maybe I gotta figure out a different lingo.
We can.
Cause they be like, how much she go for? Go for it. Like, what the fuck you talking about? Go for it.
Say, how much is it to hire a model?
Say
How much
that's
is
how
it
you say
how much is it to book a model for your video
Not
shoot?
how much she go for.
Come on.
They say that though. I be like, don't play with me.
I mean, I know I've had some random questions of people, and I'm like, what are you
I wonder
really
because
asking?
with video being behind the camera, what's the craziest thing you done seen? Cause I know y'all be seeing some shit.
Man, not.
Looking
I don't
at
even
me.
know. I'm like going through it like crazy.
He just don't want to tell nobody business. He said, I ain't saying shit. Look at Hank like, don't do it, bro.
No. Like, I've been to Atlanta. I've been to different shoots. I've been in studios. I've had different things going on, but honestly, nothing too crazy.
Bizarre.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything crazy. I ain't been to none of the, like, sign the paperwork before we go here parties.
Like the porn stuff.
Yeah, I haven't done any of that. So.
Oh. Well, y'all, if you want a good work first and foremost.
Now, like, I can't say that, like, I ever did not like my job filming with y'all or filming things. Like, I went to Tennessee and I did some music videos for Young Buck and Drummer Boy. So I did 3 music videos for Young Buck when we were there, which it was cool just because he's, like, a legend from, G Unit days. I listened to him when I was a kid.
G-Unit.
Right. And so, like, getting to film him and staying in the hotel, like in Drummer Boy's suite and like things like that. Like that stuff was cool. And like we went to a strip club, or it was a club with dancers. I wouldn't even call it a strip club. And it was a wild experience, kind of.
Did you like it?
Shooting a video in there, and it was funny because I'm pretty sure I was the only white person in there, for sure. And I had a camera in my big camera setup, and so like I felt kind of really out of place because you're not really supposed to be filming and shit in there. And then this one guy came, the bouncer, like came storming up to me real quick one time, and like he's like, Who are you? Like, what are you doing in here?" I was like, "Oh, I'm with Buck." He's like, "Oh, okay," and like
when
just
you
let me
said
go.
the name.
And I was like, we're filming a video, because I was just walking around getting B-roll and like things like that. But then there was, even during that shoot, some of the girls got jealous because we were gonna do another take, and like some of them started like scraping money up and like doing some things
that they weren't
like,
supposed to do.
Yeah,
them strippers don't play about their money.
No, they don't. And like they even have, there are people in there helping them like make sure that they get their money and things. And it got kind of pushy in there, and we had to cut the video shoot, and we all left like instantly.
You don't never pick up no stripper money off the floor.
Yeah, but the promoter guy was trying to pick up all of the money that the girls just made for like another take. So we were gonna do it again, but
the strippers was like, once it's on the floor,
right,
it's on the floor.
It's over with. Right.
You gotta get a whole stack out.
And I don't think Buck and Drummer Boy were trying to get that money back or whatever. It was like the promoter trying to like, I don't know. I don't know.
This is my shit.
It was weird. It was kind of weird.
This.
But that was still a cool ass experience. Then we went to some country bar after that, and I fit way more in there. No, I fit in everywhere I go.
You do.
It don't matter to me.
You got that cool personality. That's why the models love you.
I grew up south of Detroit though, so like everywhere I've always been, I've been in mixed situations, black, white, Asian, everything. Like, so none of that has ever mattered to me, so I feel comfortable wherever I go.
Say feel comfortable wherever you go.
For the most time.
I always tell people, I love everybody. Literally.
Facts.
Literally.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me? My fiance be looking at me in the back, y'all. He was like, he want to tear my ass up.
You saying all the bad stuff?
I'm just open. A lot of people can't take me being open. I just really don't give a fuck. I just be myself. That's just the best way to be.
When C Money Baby was on here, and we talked about just being yourself in every situation. Some people, models, you see when that superstar walks into the room, or different person. Right. There's people that change their personality, and there's some people that literally stay themselves at all times, and those are the people you gotta really pay attention to and watch out for.
And that's why I agree with Miss Parker was saying. Like, these people are regular, just like you. They just got more money in their bank account. That's it.
Shout out Miss Parker. She was on Paper Talk.
That's my baby.
Another joint of Paper Talk podcast.
She did amazing. She acted like she was nervous, but then she was like, she got into the questions. But I'm trying to throw her in the camera.
Conversation in that podcast. We did.
Y'all had one that I said, what was it when y'all was like, how y'all was saying some people, the city, what was y'all saying, like helping each other? Some people,
it takes a village?
Yeah.
When we were talking about raising kids and doing things.
No, y'all was talking about the business, like how you got to network, like how some people don't want to network or share their connections with people.
And people, there's a lot of people that are in it for themselves, so they will use people and what they can out of them and step on them as they try to get up. Then there's other people who are like, hey, let's work together and actually network and make this shit happen. So
yeah. And I think dating just so small that when they do go outside the city and they have to work their ass off to, first of all, probably get to where they was going, and then second of all, bust their ass to get the connections that they got and then come back. I was telling my fiance, like, I don't think it's necessary them being stingy. I just think that it's more so, if I had to bust my ass, you got to do some type of work too get like the blueprint of what I'm doing. Because a lot of people will really, I done had that happen, really watch what you're doing and then literally create this problem that was never a problem just because they want to step out and go do the same thing. When all they had to do was just be honest. Like, you got some people who want to do podcasts and they be like, I don't want to do podcasts because I don't want them to think I'm copying off of them. I think that is the stupidest shit to say. Like, if you want to do podcasts, do podcasts. Like, I always tell people, what God got for you, he got for you. It's a million people who do makeup. It's a million people who do radio. It's a million people who model. If you gonna stop your life because them million people is continuing to carry on with their career, that is the most stupidest thing ever.
The people who tune into your podcast are probably completely different people that are tuning into my podcast. And
Right.
I'm hoping with this podcast, we bringing them together.
Yes.
But that's the thing is, you got to think bigger than the city. You got to think bigger than just this little music is worldly, huge everywhere.
Yes.
I don't care that you live 100 yards down the street from me doing music too. That should be fucking sweet.
And people get it, and dating is so, and I love dating, first of all, but dating is just so, when one person get their foot in the door, you got 10 other people trying to get their foot in the door off that one person.
Because everybody comes from such a hard place. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to make it.
Yeah.
And so it's like, but we talked about role models. We talked about like, have they been taught the actual way to make it?
Right.
Have we seen people leave the city, go make it, come back, and set something up for those other people? No, nobody's really been taught on how to do that, you know?
And I think, too, it's a thing like, what's his name? Young Dolph. Mm-hmm. When he went, it really be your city that has the most anger. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why some people like, okay, you will have a whole bunch of people be like, okay, a whole bunch of people like, okay, Chris, I watch your podcast. Okay, so why didn't you subscribe? Why didn't you share? It's stuff like that you got to listen to. Because then it's like you can see me making the moves all day, but it's a difference with supporters and people who just watching. The people who just be watching and don't participate in nothing, them the ones I look at like, if I was to get there and come back to my city, I might have to deal with a lot of anger and stuff towards them type of people.
But that's when it goes to people, they're going to try to take credit for things that you did. And like you said, did you share that when I posted it? Was you really, they're trying to help me get there? No.
Right. But where was the share?
Yeah.
So
but
I always tell people that.
I think also to add on to that is don't expect your friends to support you with all of that.
Yeah.
Like it's really not their job to do it, but you can still be cool with people who don't share your shit, that do all that stuff. Yeah. And that's not them, but then they better not try to climb back on board.
Your friends can't make you rich. It's your fan base. Mm-hmm. If your friends could make you rich, they would have been did it. So you got to focus on the people who don't know you and love your craft, because a lot of people get upset that they friends. I mean, I used to be like that if my friends didn't feel like they shared my stuff. But then it's like at the end of the day, the people who I really needed to pay attention to was the people I didn't know at all. And them is the ones that actually support you.
And in order to go out and find your fan base, you got to be creating enough content to go find a fan base. Yeah. You can't create one song and try to find all your fans.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
And you know what I hate? People try to make a podcast. Whole fucking EP. And you don't even have a fan base. So you just put all that work in for what?
I've always said, as a music artist, you should definitely drop singles to start. But drop a single every week, every other week, as often as you can. And because each one of those songs is going to hit somebody different, tap into a different audience. Then once you see your numbers kind of start to go up, put together, you're like, this song worked, this song worked, this song worked. Oh, they're kind of like that. My people like this style. Let me put out this little EP, and we're gonna go from there. And that's how you should be moving, because you got to find your fan base. I can't get popular on my podcast and you just start doing podcasts hoping that all my people come over to you and you're just gonna take their fans just because we're from the same city. It's not
gonna work like that.
And that's how music artists, I feel like, tend to think like around here.
They do.
And they make it a competition between themselves to gain over the fans of the city, rather than just putting music out and finding their own fans in the world.
And keep it pushing. It's just so much unnecessary beef. People really have unnecessary competition. You're gonna have that's gonna be done automatically, but you can watch how you respect it and how you treat it and how you feed it. Like if we doing podcasts and stuff like that, it shouldn't be an energy like, oh well, his podcast jumped more, her podcast. It shouldn't even be like that. It should be a congratulations to both of us, because you should understand the hard work that came behind putting this motherfucking podcast together, because you both in the same drama. But I just think that when it comes to rap artists in the city, they feel that beef is needed to be respected, if that makes sense. Because in hip hop, that's kind of what you kind of got respected for is growing. They put the drama and the killings and stuff out there for people to sometimes feel like, okay, this is what I have to do to get respect as an artist. I know some people who rap about shooting guns and stuff and ain't never shot a gun. So it's just feel like to me that you just gotta know the difference between craft and between that somebody really lived that life. And I think that that's where the beef come in at, because it's a lot of people who really live that life, and then you got some artists out here who just saying it because it's a song and they not taking it that serious, and the person who actually lived that life is like, that was not a joke, right? And then that's how that shit get to happening. So it's crazy out here, Mike.
Yeah. I want to shout two other females from the city real quick.
Yes.
You know Gigi.
Gigi.
I want to shout her out, and also Chloe. Just because of what they've done, and I've always thought that their motivation was to uplift everybody and never be in competition, and they have always just continued.
Gigi and Chloe are real good.
They're awesome.
People.
I love them.
Yeah.
Now they're. I mean, Gigi's.
You gotta
doing her
get
own
out of.
thing.
Like Gigi said, I watched the interview she did, and she said it feel like dating has a ceiling. Like she feel like she couldn't, and that's how I'm starting to feel. I feel like I pretty much just. I'm trying. Then they get sometimes they do get frustrating because they feel like, okay, I'm real big on helping others, but they don't help themselves like that. So then it's just kind of like, and my fiance tell me all the time, like, you need to get out the city.
You do. It's motivation for people.
Yeah.
I hate doing. I mentioned this the other day. Like when I work on a project, I'm giving it 150%.
Yeah.
And if I turn around and see that you're taking that project and not doing your 150% with it,
right,
like it makes me feel a little bit, some type of way, like why did I do all of that, like, and it gets very frustrating in this city with that ceiling, and I feel that, but I'm hoping that doing what we're doing at a professional level, I'm hoping to raise that ceiling a little bit, and maybe just raise it a little bit. I'm not even trying to break it. I'm trying to raise it a little bit.
I'm trying to break that motherfucker. Let me through.
We can break it. We can break it. Let's do that. I would hope to get rid of it because it would be. Dayton is so talented. There is so much talent here, and so many people doing things here that we could be the next Atlanta. We could be that next music type.
And everybody want to go to Atlanta. It's like.
Because of the motivation that's down there, people are really trying to do shit. I go down there and it's nothing for people to pay me $750, $1,000, $1,500 for a music video. I come up here and I do a $300 deal and no one's even trying to book a music video. So it's like, why am I staying here? I don't know.
No, like, for real. And it get like that. Then you want to help the city out, but then you kind of just like, it's pulling me down at the same time. So it's like, how do I find an even balance with trying to help people here and trying to elevate myself? It is a struggle to do that. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm trying it though. We trying it. We doing it. We trying it. And hopefully it works out for us.
Yes.
Not only do you manage the models and things like that, you also do a little bit of photography, video work. We haven't even mentioned that you're a music artist as well. Well, let's talk music a little bit. Speaking of music.
So I started off doing music. My brother Coogee, Iron, shout out to Coogee, free Coogee, and Chloe started off managing me.
Okay.
And then it grew into a friendship. The music, it was fun for me just to sing, but I did not like the business part. The business part is what drained my passion from it. It was just kind of like, okay,
is it the money or is it the
control? You know,
with the management type stuff, or
when they feel like they trying to put a picture out there and an image. I was engaged, and they basically told me I had to take my engagement ring off because the idea was to sell that you are single. You want everybody to. It's too soon for you to. And I'm looking like I'm not taking my damn engagement. It was just stuff like that, and then a lot of times we don't have the. Missy Elliott's nowadays, so they want you to be the Megan Thee Stallions, the sex sell. You can't be the Missy Elliott's in them no more. It's kind of like you gotta sell sex. So I was just like, fuck.
See, I don't. That's not true at all. I like from every music background that I'm at. Like do the best, I feel like, when people really fall in love with who you are.
Your voice and your music.
I feel like artists that maintain creative control are generally happier artists. Now, there's those artists that do sell completely out for a big ass bag, and yeah, they do hand over their image, they hand over all of that. But if you were to do that, that's gonna take.
And I felt that's what was going on. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Unless you was getting paid a few M's, you shouldn't be changing yourself.
That's
you know
what
I'm saying?
I'm not changing nothing.
Not for 10% of a career that's just starting, or whatever it was. But
and I started to do it. I stopped with my dad when I tried out for American Idol the first time. I made it through the stages, and then they have to make sure you're not pregnant, to make sure you're not. So when I did it, I was pregnant with my oldest. So I'm like, damn. And then when I did it again, my father passed. So I did America Got Talent, and they sent me my tickets. I did the online audition. Soon I was about to fly out, my dad passed. So everybody was like, still go, still go. And I could not. I mean, how can I still go? I feel like if I would have went up there singing, it would have just. And ever since then, I haven't really. I'm always gonna be passionate about it, but I haven't really went to music.
Yeah.
And my brother and them always say, like, you know, you gotta. We see you putting everybody else first, but yourself and your voice alone. That's what's gonna get you out of here. I'm ready to get you
in the studio here. I can't wait, Star.
And I'm like, I'm about to come here and record.
Yeah,
I just get that fear, man, that shit gonna happen again. So.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure out what we can do.
Say we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, I want to start really, like, this was Studio 423 was a dream of mine to open, and like just because I can now kind of control a whole song or a whole project from start to finish. Like, I have the guys on my team, Hank, always here in the studio. Shout out Hank, and Josh as well, engineers that I got here. They're fucking amazing at what they do, and I know that all three of us together are a really great team of minds. Like Josh, did you meet Josh? I don't think Josh.
No, I haven't met Josh yet.
Josh is like, if you took a half of Hank and half of me, like video and audio, and put it together, he knows both. And like, so he's always been a behind the scenes guy for both. Like, when I first met Josh, we talked every single day about video stuff, and Hank's like, I talk to Josh every single day about audio stuff. Like, and it was just like, okay.
He can relate to both of y'all.
Yeah, and it's just cool when us three get together and what we can do. And I used to manage artists. I used to do things because I have a lot of music connections. I used to take artists to South by Southwest every year and like do all this stuff. Have you been to South by?
I remember Chloe's trying to get me to go South by Southwest all the damn time.
It's a great spot.
She said
artists.
It's a good it was a good networking field.
That's how I met Post Malone. That's how I met Post Malone. So I brought artists to my dude Jordy, who used to run a brand, Animal House. This was back in almost 10 years ago. This is 2013. He ran a company called Animal House. They were based out of Columbus, I believe.
Animal House.
And he put together a music showcase at South by, and the headliners were Dej Loaf, Denzel Curry, Lil Uzi Vert, but I'm telling you, like, when Post Malone's name on this flyer was like little as fuck, like 5 lines down, and like all of these people just like, no one knew who Lil Uzi Vert was. His name was little. And then like I brought my artist, which was Stay Gold Collective. Like, we're on that same flyer with them, same level. We were messaging Post Malone. We were like, yo, we fuck with your music. Like, we found you on SoundCloud. Like, I was texting, we were messaging each other. We met down there. Like, oh, Stay Gold Collective, da 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 da. We exchanged phone numbers, all that shit. And that's like, those are the people that you can meet there. Like, before they've got the industry all over, like, he was accessible. Like, I literally had his phone number. I was like, bro, I'm going to bring you to Ohio. I love your shit. That stage, he performed White Iverson, and then he got picked up on, like, all the other South by Southwest shows that weekend. And like, he was texting me, he's like, yo, I just got asked to open for DJ Carnage, like doing this thing, da 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 da. And like, we ended up not going to that show. That's like a big regret. He was telling us, he's like, yo, come, I'm gonna be backstage. We had our other shit going. I know. That was like that opportunity that I fucking missed. But then
Why you stop managing?
Huh? Why?
Yeah.
I've always just ended up with issues with artists. And we just not. It just started to go
Clash.
different routes and clash, and people started acting
That's when
real
it gets
snaky.
sad.
Like, and then they don't realize everything that you do, like, for them, and they just
What's
think they
for
can do
them.
it. Yeah, and they just think they can do it on their own type shit.
And then when y'all go do it on your own,
yeah,
y'all realize that you can't.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a team.
Yep. And that's city shit. That's what
I
that's
hate
been.
that.
So that's why I really just started to focus on doing videos for people, doing this, doing that, like opening a studio now. But at some point, I want to be able to start signing some artists and doing
it that way.
doing some things where, you know, we sign a year thing and we're just gonna do this many songs and videos, and I'm just gonna take a percentage of what we do there, and like just kind of do more.
Let me know. When you get to
all
sign,
the contract based stuff. Like, I've never had contracts in the past, so there's never been, you know, those hard lines of what we're actually doing. So coming soon.
Say coming soon. Start
Coming
your
soon.
sign with
Yeah, so no, there's definitely a lot of people that I want to work with, or in some way, shape, or form. But I've just learned now there's got to be some type of paperwork involved
has
with,
to.
no matter what. So
it's not business if it ain't no paperwork.
yep.
I'm like that with everything. I don't do word of the mouth. If it's not paperwork, I can't do nothing for you.
Yo, I
It's
know.
horrible.
I'm working on trying to get it to set up, like, even for this podcast, like how I booked it in the calendar and things. I needed to send you a thing that we fucking click agreements on. You do a little electronic signature.
Copyright, everything.
Yeah, all that stuff. So just because in the past, artists I would work with for like 3 years did all of his music videos. He didn't pay for the videos, didn't nothing. We dropped them all on my channel. We had a falling out over some dumbass shit.
It's always stupid shit.
And then he went and copyright struck everything on my YouTube channel, and I got like copyrighted every single video, said I didn't have permission to post.
Are you serious?
And YouTube sent me a thing saying that they were gonna take down my entire channel in like 7 days.
I think I've seen you post that before.
Yeah,
Cause see, money now was going off under it.
Yeah,
What?
because then other people that have videos on my channel, their
They
videos
stuff
was
getting
good,
taken down.
and they didn't realize that. So then that showed that artist like true colors of really where he was. Like, he didn't give a shit about no one else, you know. So then he like said, "Oh, I'll take one of the copyright strikes off." So he took one of them off. Not all of them, one of them, so that way I didn't get banned in 7 days, and I had to go 120 days with no strikes, and then they fell off. So, but he made me take down all the content that I produced for him, and I was like, for real, I'm about to mute that shit.
They don't understand the
and,
time
like, put
and
up
the work
videos.
that comes in that type of stuff. It's like
Not
No.
everything that I do behind the scenes. All of this shit is a lot. There's a lot more. I'm doing a lot that's gonna be seen, but there's 10 times that going on behind the scenes that people aren't gonna see and recognize.
well, I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of you too for
Fuck
everything that you're
dude.
doing.
Whoever did that, that's bullshit. I don't like shit like that.
Yeah.
Then you record your own damn self then
Yeah.
and put it on your damn channel.
Yep.
All right, I'm turning into Mama Dior right now.
It's like ungrateful.
It is.
It is. It's
But
disrespectful.
It comes down to also those people not realizing everything that you actually are doing for them.
Time. Chris, say that one more time.
Time is everything. That's why I was like, honestly, I like where my life is at right now, where I'm on a schedule. Like,
See, I don't. I'm learning to. I think when my twins passed, I had to work. I can't sit still. So I think what I did was just put so much projects out there. So I had so much to focus on that now that I'm starting to be more settled, it's like, okay, now I did too much. But now I can't stop because, you know, people are really either messing with the brand or... So it do get overwhelming. So I think mine is more so the opposite.
So
I'm learning how to...
You don't like being on a schedule, or you need to learn to schedule better?
I need to learn.
Learn to schedule better?
Yeah, because I like staying busy. I don't like, I can't
It's
sit
helped me
still.
be way more productive. If I wasn't scheduling podcasts 2 weeks out, I wouldn't be doing 2 podcasts a day every day. Like, if I just had to hit people up and be like, you trying to be on the podcast or something like that, like, and I'm forcing myself to do it, and it's
Yeah.
nice because now I can pull up a schedule, be like, okay, this is what I'm doing these days. This is my free time. I'm getting a little bit more of like
That's what I need
a
to do.
work-life balance,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to not stay in work mode 24/7. I'm trying to
See,
take
me,
those
I
little
stay
breaks.
24/7. My kids be looking at me like, Mom.
I'm still 24/7. You can't not be. You can't not try to run a brand and not be 24/7. But
Yeah.
it's nice to be on a little schedule.
I need to do it. I need to, because now I see my daughters and them. They act like they be on podcasts, or they go with me everywhere. So if they see the models, they try to model, like, or they always ask about the models, or like my daughter, her birthday's tomorrow. Shout out Skylar, my baby.
Happy birthday, Skylar.
So her birthday is tomorrow, and she's like, well, can the models come bowling with me for my birthday? Like, so anything I do, they are active in it as well. So
That's
I'm like,
awesome. I love to see that. I love
Yeah.
whole families, like how you and your fiance, he's saying, he's got his brand with the
Yes.
Cray tunes, and you guys like power couple families.
and he
You're-
write kid books. He do kid books. He got a YouTube series coming out, which Ginger is playing one of the characters. It's called Red Rose, and it's really, really good.
That's awesome.
I'm excited.
Yeah, that's cool. And like C Money, when he was here, he brought his kids.
Yes.
I had both his kids and his niece on the podcast. They sat right here on the couch. We
Did
got them a
they?
mic. Yeah, they
See, if
was
y'all
sitting there.
hair was done, I would put y'all hair. Yeah, we gotta get that together today.
Next time, maybe we'll bring Star and like a few of the models and the daughters to
Yes.
pop up or something
They
like
love that
Yeah.
too. I'm trying to get them to be.
Bring them all. We'll just do episodes with each and every
Yup.
model. Keep it going.
Hook up all the mics.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I can literally.
The mics from home too.
Yeah.
And ask some crazy questions or something.
Yeah, we could do something fun. If I plan it right and I know how many people are gonna be on the mics, like we have enough microphones and arms to literally fill out this whole couch.
Yeah.
So and we can do a big podcast. It'll be
Oh,
fun.
word. They fun too. They
I don't know if any of them would be the track review shows that I do. With those are every Tuesday 6 to 9. We're live in here. On the mics with the headphones, listening to the music, doing all that live
Do
stuff.
y'all really be telling people they song trash? Or y'all
Absolutely, if
Really?
it's trash.
He literally told me one of my songs were trash before, and that's my fucking friend for like 5 years.
Hank's tuned
Hank
into
said,
my
"I don't
show,
like that shit."
and I'm like, man, your quality's good, but that flow was just I didn't
See,
like
that's
it.
a
like
good friend,
I do
though.
that
I don't
shit.
send it in anymore.
Really?
Hank
He
stopped
said, this
sending me his
motherfucker ain't
music.
about to say nothing about me today.
And it's crazy though because like people need to hear that.
Yeah.
And it's never coming from a negative spot. And
But it
it's
take truth automatically seems negative sometimes.
man, but I try to do it in a constructive criticism way.
How do you help me help them? Because I say it in the way I say it come off bitchy, but I'm not. So how do you
The truth
say
hurts.
somebody?
You gotta be you do just gotta be blunt with it sometimes and just say it.
So just say your shit trash.
Chris will he'll be like, I love you, man, but that ain't it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was like, that ain't it.
So just
Like,
say I
don't
love
like-
you, but that's not it.
I don't like that. I appreciate you for sending that shit in, but get back to the work, keep working,
Dang.
do that. Like, but it's crazy because I've had people who's literally tuned into my track review shows. I've been doing them for 3 years. I
Wow.
have people that have been tuning in for 3 years. Some of those people were those people that I was like,
Your
your
shit
shit
trash.
trash. And now they're sending in bangers because they constantly had me in their ear. That shit trash. Like, keep
You was
working.
a
keep doing
motivation.
it. Yeah, and I was going live once or twice a week, and it was
Right.
forcing people to get like in the studio, and they were making new songs each week to send to my show. And then I would
Just
be
see
like,
what you was gonna say.
yeah, and I'm like, all right, like that was a little better than the
When
last
y'all
one.
do it? Because
Like,
I'm gonna send my damn track in.
Tuesday, we're doing one tonight. Every Tuesday, 6 to 9.
This is dope. I like this. I need to start getting interviewed more. Them phones come in handy.
Yeah, I've been filming a third angle with a phone for the podcast. It's been working out. They look good. Phones nowadays, you can do so much with phones
You
nowadays.
can. I love my phone.
Yeah.
I can't go a
mean,
day
you look
without
at
my
like
phone.
Cole Bennett, Lyrical Lemonade, like they do. He's shot music videos with phones.
When I
for
seen
Lil
Kanye
Yachty
West shoot
and-
his video, I said, "Oh yeah, it's over with."
Yo,
He shot his whole
iPhones.
video off a phone.
Yo, you can, and that just goes to show you don't need a big expensive equipment to make something creative and good.
It's
That
just
comes
that
down to
editing, boy.
That comes down to the editing, the eye behind the camera, the scene development, all that shit. It all matters.
Damn.
You can do it on a phone though. I want to shoot a video on the phone.
Really?
I do. I want to shoot a video on a phone soon just to show people I can do it.
I want to shoot an acoustic.
Acoustic?
Yes, I really do. I am over here high.
Oh yeah, just paper talk. How'd that joint go?
Lord.
So Star, let the people know what's next for you. What can we be on the lookout for from Star?
Let me see. I'm going back to music. I think I'm finally gonna push music. I'm getting Pillow Talk lineman up. The models, the Crayford models, they definitely going to expand. We about to start traveling and stuff now. They have an event coming up, 50 Shades of Cray, so you can get like sexy lap dances and stuff.
What's it? When is that?
That's August 20th. That's when they doing a 50 Shades of Cray. It's gonna be downtown. We hoping to get Club Evolution because I really like how his vibes is in there downtown. And then a YouTube series called Red Rose. You'll see some of the Crayford models in there, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be dope.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see it all. I'm excited to get you in the studio. See what more we're gonna create.
Definitely coming.
I know. I've even talked about using the models, booking for videos.
Yes.
I know. It's still gonna happen.
Yes.
I'm
'Cause
keep
they
coming
waiting.
up. I know. I keep coming up with more ideas and more videos to use your girls from. I just always talk to artists about it, and I'm waiting on them to pull the trigger. Like I got
and
the ideas.
that's what we more so wait on is for the
Yep.
artists to let us know the dates and stuff like that. But
Yep.
I'm thinking to get them inside of a big old house and they just act crazy. The ones who don't have kids. So
You mentioned that, and
yeah.
I'm gonna do a little spoiler on here, and
Okay.
I think we could even merge our ideas, and I
Okay.
think it would be fun. You know, Chop.
yes.
So sorry, Chop, for leaking this,
Chop
but
gonna kick your ass.
me and Chop are thinking about trying to get a house.
Okay.
And we were gonna film like a Big Brother type show with like 10 music artists.
Oh.
But what if we did 10 music artists, 10 models each week? Like somebody gets
Because
kicked out of
somebody
the
gotta
house.
fall in love.
With
on the show.
Each week, somebody get kicked out of the house, and we have them do little competitions
Yes,
and shit.
and girls
then-
get catty. They make the show and they fall in love with the artist. Then the artist like, that's my bitch. That type stuff. You need that for entertainment.
Come on, 10 music artists, 10 models, a house
Yes,
for a month, Big Brother style.
that's fire.
Let's do it.
That's
That'd be
fire.
fucking sweet.
And if you want to audition,
Yeah, we're gonna have to go through a whole casting screening process. We gotta find the right people because it
Yes.
would take a pretty big production
It
to
will.
like really do it the right way. And
will.
I'm not gonna do it if we can't do it the right way. But
because it'll look trash.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not gonna be no C budget type thing.
Be on that production.
Hank gonna be like, get her ass.
It'll be fun. We could do like backyard games, like
Yeah.
just a bunch of different shit, and then we'll have them vote each other out. Like each
Ooh.
week, like a Survivor vote out, Big Brother vote out, something like that.
That'd be fire. You
And
mix
then-
artists with
yeah.
models.
Yeah.
Yes, dude
And then-
go in the studio and write a song.
Yep.
Huh?
Yo,
At
yeah,
the
that's what
end.
we gotta come up with, like some big prize.
Studio session, video, all that,
all
type
that stuff. Like it could almost be,
Yeah.
Package,
yeah, it could almost be like a mini label,
Y'all better
signing,
not
like
steal
a
our damn
concept.
ideas.
Nah. Yeah.
Huh? They gonna be like, okay, they said a studio, they said a mansion. They said, somebody writing this shit down.
Somebody gonna try to beat us to it.
They
but,
like, get up on it.
hey, even if they beat us to it, we gonna do it better. So
Say we're gonna do it better.
we gonna do it better.
They gonna be copying. For real. I gotta have y'all on Pillow Talk.
I'm down.
Hank,
down.
you gotta come too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. I'm gonna ask y'all wild ass questions.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this before we leave. Who you think invented eating ass? Kevin Gates, did he make it acceptable? Who made eating ass acceptable publicly? I say Kevin Gates because when he came out with that song about he really was the first artist that came out and said he ate ass. Let's be honest. I ain't heard no other artists come out and say they ate ass publicly. So he made eating ass. Okay, I'm just saying this type of shit that's gonna happen.
On Pillow Talk, I'm
Yes.
gonna have to try to do some research.
Chris Evans.
I'm gonna have to do it.
I think it was Kevin Gates.
It might have been, yeah.
Wayne was talking about it on like the Drought 3 or something. There was a song, and I'm trying to think it. I'm gonna send it to you later. 'Cause I
Okay.
can't remember it.
Yeah.
It's on the tip of my tongue right now.
That's when I first heard it was acceptable. Everybody used to hide the fact they ate ass. They did. I understand.
I've never hit it.
Said I never ate it. Y'all gotta tune in though.
Yeah.
Chris over here cracking up.
Let's go. Let them know where the people can find you, where they can follow you at, all the YouTube channels, Instagrams, Facebooks, all that good
Yes.
stuff.
So y'all can follow me on YouTube at Pillow Talk with Star. My Instagram page is Star Dior with 2 eyes. Y'all can follow me on there. I don't have a Twitter. Snapchat is Star Dior. Trying to think what else. I think that's pretty much it. And you can catch the podcast is on YouTube, Pillow Talk with Star. So make sure y'all check out this one too, because it's gonna be fire.
Make sure you guys go check out all the descriptions. I'm gonna put all your links. I'm gonna put all your links down below in the description. Make sure you guys go follow Star on everything.
Yes.
Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, following to the OnlyNoise page.
Yes.
Here over at Studio 423, and that'll wrap it up for this joint of
Peace.
Paper Talk Podcast.
Talk.
We out.